'cause London's on sale again. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds, to my mother, my dog and clowns.
I mean, I suppose what amazes me about it is how, in its simplicity as well, and of course in the glory of the presence of David and the way he looks and presents himself, that it is a great reflection of the song. I don't think I realised at the time what a perfect reflection of that song it is. To have tried to do anything to contrive to illustrate it in some way would have, well, I suppose there's always different ways. There's a number of ways to skin a cat, as they say, but nevertheless, it exists as like a perfect thing, the song and the video.
I thought Mick Rock had some really quite radical ideas, you know, and I love the way he filmed that. It was so bizarre. I'd had no idea he was going to do that. That he was going to burn everything out like that, and it was just remarkable. I mean, it's a strange piece of film, but it's quite beautiful in its own way.
Anyway, this was an era of when you could still be a renegade, you could still be an outlaw, you could still be an outsider. And I think we were very excited because we were getting reaction. And that was key. I mean, when you're young, you want to wind people up, and if it upset people a bit, fantastic, even better. I mean, the thing was to get a reaction. And David was very good at getting reactions from people.
Ready? Yeah.
I remember being very proud of the whole Hunky Dory album, actually. I thought, well, this is really good. This is a good album. And you know something, I think the other interesting thing about that album, including that song, is that, again, they felt great to play on stage. They were such easy songs to work on stage. It was really a joy singing them. I enjoyed them. And I keep finding that I do go back to songs from that album to do on stage, even now. Things like Quicksand I've done, you know. Queen Bitch I've done. Andy Warhol even.
Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall. Andy Warhol, silver screen, can't tell them apart at all.
I often wondered how he would surpass the Hunky Dory album and tracks like Life on Mars, and to some extent he never did. And he succeeded in still being successful by not making anything that ever sounded like... He's never made another album that's ever sounded like Hunky Dory, and he's never ever tried to write another track that sounds like Life on Mars. Yeah, clever boy.
But her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen.
Well, I think that really that my subject matter hasn't really changed over the years. That I'm still, in a way, writing Life on Mars all these years later. You know, it hasn't. And The Man Who Sold the World. I mean, the way that I present songs has changed a lot, and the style for each album has changed considerably. I'll often try new rhythms and new kinds of arrangements. It's like I want to keep writing about the same subject, but my approach, it's like I'm trying to get into it, like finding a different door each time I approach that same subject.
And it's about alienation then?
A lot of it is, yeah, one's interior kind of isolation as well, you know? It doesn't just mean one's social isolation, it can mean, you know, how you get in contact with your own feelings, you know, as well. It can be quite personal in that way.
I would not be so presumptuous as to try and put any meaning on it, because certainly David Bowie never has, as far as I know. It doesn't, I don't know what it means, but it means a hell of a lot to me. It's like a poem by Rimbaud, say. What does it mean? Well, intellectually, it's very hard to define. You can only say, I love it.
But the film is a lasting ball, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be written again.
There are so many things that probably all just came together and made it what it was. David had to write it and had to perform it correctly. Rick Wakeman had to play the piano correctly. Ronno had to do everything. Woody, Trevor. I had to do everything correctly. These things either happen or they don't. And this one sure as hell did.
Best-selling show. It's their life on Mars.
And of course, the surprise is always, which a lot of people miss this part. And it carries on at the end, and there's a phone ringing.